Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you love anime, heartfelt reactions, and deep dives into symbolism and themes, then you're in the right place. Before we jump into today's reaction, don't forget to hit that like button to show some love, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of fun. And if you want even more exclusive content like early access to my reactions, full-length anime watch-alongs, and an amazing community of fellow anime lovers, please do check out my Patreon. You can find a link in the description box below. Your support truly means the world as it helps keep these reactions coming, and I'd love to have you join our cozy little anime family. Today, we are reacting to episode 27 of Frieren, and we have 2 more episodes left, and then we have to wait until January for series 2. I am absolutely gutted that this series is coming to an end. It has been a phenomenal ride from episode 1 right the way through. I cannot wait to see what comes with series 2 because, again, haven't read the manga, so I have no clue. I hope that in series 2 we do get to see more of Denken because Denken has begun to really fascinate me. I misjudged him. He's a lot softer and nicer than I originally believed him to be. So I take my words back about him being self-serving and not a very nice person in terms of looking to step over people. I think he perhaps had to be that way in order to do the role that's been imposed upon him, but he genuinely does seem to care for those around him, including the young girls that he interacts with. He treats them almost like granddaughters. I imagine he would be the ultimate girl dad. I don't know if he had children. It never really delves into that. It mentions his wife, who I believe the reason he wants to become a first mage to go back to the village to visit a grave, it's most likely his wife's grave, which is absolutely heart-wrenching. And this is his personal mission to actually go and see his wife again, because I imagine he's not been able to see her grave because it's in the north and you need a first mage and they are hard to come by. So this is his way of being able to visit his wife's grave whenever he feels the need to, whenever he wants to go, which is just so incredibly endearing and so sweet. And seeing everyone work together to overcome that second test was just amazing. It was just a great testament to how everyone can work and band together to achieve a goal, especially when they're not put up against one another. We saw the bad side of people in the first test because they were made to compete against one another. So the environment made it competitive, it made it violent. Whereas in the second test, Spencer's a pacifist. So her whole goal was trying to encourage them to actually work together to see the benefit of collaboration. And we got to see that with how they fought the replicas without really communicating with one another. They were so skilled as mages that they didn't need to ask what the other wanted. They just knew how to do it and they worked in sync, and it was phenomenal to watch. I don't know what the next 2 episodes hold. I don't think we're going to see the third test. I think they're going to maybe leave that for series 2, or they'll introduce it and then leave us on a bit of a cliffhanger to bait us into watching series 2. Not that we need baited because the show is phenomenal, so I don't think we need to be coerced into watching it, but tends to be how shows go when there's another series, is that they'll leave it on like a hook to kind of get you hyped, get you interested, get people theorizing what they think is going to happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing what series 2 has in store. I'm not going to talk for much longer. We're going to get into episode 27. And oh, actually, I am going to talk a little bit longer because I need to let you know what is coming after Frieren, which is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And that's a show I've been wanting to watch for a while. I was wrestling with doing Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but I ended up doing Death Note instead because Death Note's a bit shorter, and I was still very new to filming reacts, still didn't quite know how to find my footing, but also didn't really know how I would like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but everyone's kind of been really hyping it up and it looks really interesting, really fascinating. People have said that there's a really good magic system in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood as well, and I've really complimented the forms of magic in Frieren. So I'm looking forward to seeing how magic takes a new form in this different anime. I'm looking forward to watching a new anime because Frieren will be my third. Attack on Titan is nearly finished, which is crazy. Death Note I finished, which is on the channel, and Frieren will be my third anime. Technically my second anime finished, but my third anime watched, and then we'll be watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I'm hoping that I will be able to start filming a third series. So I'm hoping to do 3 series on the channel. I just need to figure out the logistics, especially with working full time. I will most likely have 2 similar shows, action heavy shows, and then Apothecary Diaries, which I think people have said is kind of very similar to Frieren in terms of genre. So I think having 2 similar shows that are action heavy and then something that's a bit possibly softer, more slower would be a nice contrast. So then it kind of there's a bit for everybody, especially because I know there'll be people who have started watching me for Frieren that don't necessarily enjoy action heavy shows. So I am trying to make sure that there is a diversity of content. It's just hard to do when I work full time. I just don't have the capacity to film and edit everything myself. So I will be doing my best. I am trying to bring a third series onto the channel, but again, I'm one person. It is not easy to work 37 hours a week and then edit and then also spend my whole weekend filming. I literally do not have a day off between editing and filming. So I will do my best, but I can't make any promises that there will be a third series. It really just depends in terms of how well content continues to do. If it continues to do as well as it's doing, I will be able to hire an editor, which will help me. But if it ends up not doing as well, then I could find myself in a position where I can't afford an editor. So it has been going extremely well so far. So fingers crossed that it stays that way. But content creation is so unstable. You can't predict how the income is going to be. It fluctuates. One month is really good, the other month may not be as good. I've been really fortunate. I've had a good couple of months. I'm so grateful to everyone on Patreon that is supporting my content and everyone on YouTube memberships and also everyone that watches the ads on YouTube because it really does help me out there as well. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart because it does allow this to be more of a reality. It allows me to upgrade my camera, it allows me to upgrade my lighting, and it allows me to potentially hire an editor now because I am earning enough to be able to realistically contemplate having an editor. But with Attack on Titan coming to an end, I need to kind of see how things go after Attack on Titan because that was my most successful show on Patreon and YouTube. So being transparent there, it is essentially the reason that my Patreon and my YouTube are doing so well. So I have to take into account that when Attack on Titan ends, the money may drop drastically. So I won't be hiring an editor just yet. I want to see how things play out over the next couple of months, especially introducing new content after Attack on Titan. And then if things kind of balance out, level out, continue to do well and be steady, then I will hire an editor. But I just don't want to be in a position where things are good. I hire an editor and I can't afford them anymore. And that would suck for them. And it would also suck for me because we would start a third series and then we're not able to keep it going. So I don't want to be in that position where I have to drop something. So I'm being smart about it, guys. I'm trying to be smart, but this is why supporting me on Patreon is so beneficial because it helps me to actually start producing and bringing more content out onto the channel because again, I am a one-woman machine. If I need to do a third series, I'm going to have to get someone to help me edit because I can edit 2, I can't really edit 3. But we will see how things go. Without further ado, we're going to get into episode 27 of Frieren.
確かに部の道に果てはない。極意へとまた一歩近づいたな。お主に教えることはもう何もない。
それ毎日言ってるよね。
Does he just keep randomly showing up? Like, hi there, let me help you.
フレンブチギレてるなんで
Fern again. I love Fern, but it is a bit frustrating that she's constantly angry at everyone. And it's just like, maybe take a chill. Have a break.
フリーレン様と喧嘩しました。
またなの 最近そういうの多くない？
今回ばかりはひどすぎます。霊落の王墓での戦いで杖が壊れてしまったので、
Wait, why was
直
she
しに行きた
awful?
いとフリーレン様に伝えました。そうしたら古い杖は捨てて新しい杖を買った方がいいと。
Oh, but the old one is sentimental to
粉々
her.
だからもう直せないって言っていたぜ。
But it has meaning, because
それで
Haita
も
gave
あれ
it
は
to her.
ハイター様からもらった杖です。
But
小さな
Frieren
頃
wouldn't
からずっと一
understand
緒だったん
that,
です。
you know?
フリーレンだぜ。悪気があったわけじゃ。
Yeah.
少なくとも私には捨てるだなんて発想は
Okay, I
ありませんでした。
understand why she's upset, but again, Frieren really sort of doesn't understand this sentimental attachment to things.
いつもみたいにバカにしろよ。
バカにしてほしいの？
Might make her feel better.
じゃあラビーネちゃん、なでなでしてあげよっか？
At least she's okay though. I genuinely
Beyond the
thought she was gonna die in the last episode.
早くしろ。
こりゃ重傷だね。あ、フ
Oh,
リーレンだ。
it's not really patting, it's more like stroking, but that's so cute.
俺はもう試験に落ちたんだ。もう他人だろ。商売の邪魔だから帰れ。
わしは今客としてここにいる。
She's always eating, it's so funny.
あげる。
いらん。
今回は運が悪かった
They
な。
were still friends.
あの場にいた誰もがそうなる可能性があった。
負けは負けだ。俺の実力が足りなかった。こう見えて俺は今最悪な気分なんだ。
It must really suck. Like, you've hinged all your hopes on becoming a first mage and you had to drop out and wait 3 years.
落ちたのが俺でよかったんじゃないか。一級試験は3年に一度。電剣、お前みたいな老いぼれに3年後はないかもしれないからな。
Leave Denkin alone. He's stronger than he
確かにの
looks.
言い返せ。
He fist fights people.
リヒター、お前は本当に生意気な若造だ。権威をバカにし、目的のためなら弱者を足毛にすることもいとわない。なのにわしはお前に何の嫌悪も抱いていない。きっと昔、わしがそういう生意気な
Always
若
sees
造だっ
himself
た
in
から。
him.
そんなわしが今は宮廷魔法使いの地位にいる。そう悲観するなということだ。
Oh,
3年後
Denkin!
のお前は今よりずっと強くなっている。
He's trying to motivate him and pull him out of that slump. Oh, that's so nice of Denkin to do.
じいさん不器用なんだ。
It's his
お前は電
way.
剣の何なんだよ。今日は役日か何かなのか。
町の人たちに聞いて回ったんだけど、ここならどんなに壊れた杖でも修理できるんだよね。
このバラバラの物体は何だ。まさか杖なのか。こんなゴミをよこされても困る。
ゴミじゃないよ。
Oh, she's trying to get it fixed because she knows that it must have meaning. Frieren's really trying to understand, bless her.
この杖は諦めろ。
そう、できないならいいや。
Oh, he's going to take that as a challenge.
お前は本当に勘に触るやつだ。俺がいつできないとまで言った。フリーレン、
何？
ゴミだなんて言って悪かった。手入れの行き届いたいい杖だ。さぞかし大事にされていた。
I'm gonna cry.
フェルン、
Fun's
もう帰ろう
connection
ぜ。
to her dad.
フリーレンさんは私のことをまるで分かっていません。
そんなの俺だってわかんねえよ。 やめてよ、俺に当たら
I
ないで。
hate this show sometimes. Like, nothing really
だからさ、
happens, but God, it
分かろう
makes
と
me
するのが
cry
大事
all
だ
the
と思うんだ
same.
よ。フリーレンは頑張っていると思うぜ。
Look at Stark being so reasonable.
いっそのこと慎重してくれた方がこっちも儲かるってのにな。大事にしろよ。
私の杖。
フリーレンは感情や感性に乏しい。それが原因で困難や行き違いが起こること
But she
もある
tries
でし
in
ょう。
her own way.
その分だけきっとフリーレンはあなたのために思い悩んでくれる。彼女以上の死は なかなかいませんよ。
This show. God damn it. Oh, the show, man.
フリーレン様。昨日は。
何？
いえ、やっぱり何でもありません。
She probably doesn't even realize that Fern was angry.
それではこれより
Oh, okay, so
第
we
三
are
次試験
getting
を
the
始
third
めます
test.
第二次試験の合格者は12名。異例の合格者数だ。多すぎる。だがその中にあってはならないほどの実力を持っ
Is
た
she
者
gonna
が
try and kick Frieren out?
フリーレン様ですね。
おかげで実力に見合わない者まで大勢合格した。従来通りの第三次試験ではそいつらは全員死ぬことになる。
She thinks they're not equipped because Frieren has kind of been helping people.
謝る必要はない。すべてフリーレンが悪い。
God damn it,
異例
Frieren.
には異例を。第三次試験は私が担当する。
No way.
平和的に選別してやる。
A
従来の
peaceful
担当はお
selection,
前だったな。
okay.
異論はないな、レルネン。
Because she doesn't want people to die
ゼイリエ
either.
様のわがままは今に始まったことではありませんから。それに私はフリーレン様を試すような器ではありません。絶大な魔力です。ゼイリエ様に匹敵するほどの。
Insane amounts of mana.
ファルシュ、気がついたか？
彼女の魔力は試験会場で直接見ました。あの魔力は制限されたものとは思えません。制限特有の魔力の揺らぎもな
Because
か
she's that skilled, my dude. She's been doing it for so long that
仮にそれが可能だったとしても、途方もない時間が必要でしょ
which
う。
she's
とても
had.
実用的な技術とは思えません。
その実用的でない技術にフリーレンは生涯を捧げる。
Thank you.
魔族を欺くために。魔族は私たち人類よりもはるかに魔力に敏感だ。その時間を別の鍛錬に使えば何倍も強くなれる。非効率極まりない。だがその非効率が相手の隙を生み出すこともある。現にフリーレンは年の割には技術の甘い魔法使いだが、
Yeah, she's quite
そうやっ
young
て
for
魔
an
族を
elf,
打ち倒
isn't
してき
she? Craft
それほ
basically
どまで
said
に
as much that
フリー
she's
レンの
quite
魔力制
young.
限は洗練されている。私の知る限り、それをたった一目で見破ったのは魔王だ
Oh
けだ。
wow, okay. So he
今
wasn't
この
fooled.
瞬間まではな。レルネ、お前が最初の一級魔法使いになってから半世
Oh,
紀が
the
過ぎた。
first of the first.
お前は臆病な坊やのままだな。それだけに残念でならん。これだけの境地に立っておきながら、追い先はもう短い。フリーレンと戦うことはこの先一生ないだろう。それがたとえ勝てる戦いであっても、やはり人間の弟子は取るものではないな。
And yeah, you did, because you like them. You find them interesting and fascinating too.
あの子にも見えなかったか。私の魔力の揺らぎが。
Jesus Christ.
第
Insane,
三次
isn't
試
it?
験の内容は大魔法使いゼーリエによる面接です。
多分直感で合格者を選ぶつもりだろうね。でもゼーリエの直感はいつも正しい。
It's gonna be
現に
fun.
私は未だにゼーリエが望むほどの魔法使いには慣れていない。
I think it's gonna be fun. God, the music in this show is something else. Pretty. Like a greenhouse. Probably is like it probably is a greenhouse. Sari does actually care about humans. I think she finds them
不合格
fascinating.
だ。帰れ。
理由を聞いてもいい？
Jeez.
今もお前は私の魔力に恐怖を感じている。自分の身の丈がよく分かっているんだ。一級魔法使いになった自分の姿がイメージできないだろ
That was
う。魔
quick.
法の世界ではイメージできないものは実現できない。基礎の基礎だ。帰れ。不合格、不合格、不合格、不合格だ。お前も一級魔法使いになった自分の姿をイメージできていないな。 お前は私が合格を出すとは微塵も思っていない。
Yeah,
事
probably.
実でしょ。一度だけチャンスをやる。好きな魔法を言ってみろ。
花畑を出す魔法。
Oh no! It's Flem's
フラ
favorite
ンメから教わ
spell.
った魔法か。
And
実に
also
くだらない。不合格だ。
Himmel's as well. What the fuck, man?
愚弄されたのに食い下がりすらしないのか。お前のような魔法使いが魔王を倒したとは到底信じられん。
私一人の力じゃないよ。ヒンメル、アイゼン、ハイター、私。一人でも欠けていたら倒せなかった。
運が良かったな。
No, they all worked together and
そうだよ。
balanced one another
運
out.
が良かった。
But she was lucky to have made such friendships.
ねえヒンメル。どうして私を仲間にしたの？
No, no, it's the Himmel effect. I'm gonna cry again.
私じゃなくてもいい。
君がいいと思ったんだ。
なんで？
フリーレン、君は覚えていないだろうけれども、昔僕は一度だけ君と会ったことがある。
Wait, what?
子供の頃、森に薬草を取りに入った時、
Did she
道に迷っ
save him? Or
た。
help
長い
him?
間、夜の森をさまよって、人生で初めて孤独を味わった。その時、一人のエルフが人里の方向を教えてくれた。本当に方向を教えるだけで励ましの言葉一つ口にしなかった。僕のそんな不安を感じ取ったのか、それともただの気まぐれだったのか。
And he loved her ever since.
君は僕に花畑を出す魔法を見せてくれた。綺麗だと思ったんだ。
And that's why it's his
生
favorite
まれて初
spell.
めて魔法が綺麗だと思った。
きっとこれはただの偶然に過ぎないことだけれども、ヒンメルたちと出会わせてくれたのは先生が教えてくれたくだらない魔法だよ。
And the church.
それからゼーリエ、フェルンも同じように不合格にするつもりだろうけれども、多分それはできないよ。あの子はゼーリエの想像を超えるよ。人間の時代がやってきたんだ。
Finally.
私の魔力を見て立ちすくんでいる。他の受験者と何ら変わらん。待て、お前、何が見えている？
揺らいでいる。
お前、私の弟子になれ。
嫌です。
She's trying to steal her.
悪いようにはしない。
She testing
私
her
ならお前を
loyalty.
より高みへと連れて行ける。
それは合否と関係があるのですか？
あるかもしれない。
そう
She
ですか。
wouldn't do it. My girl is loyal.
フェルン、ゼーリエがいろいろと言ってくると思うけれども、要求を飲む必要はないよ。フェルンは何を言っても合格になる。
Frieren knew.
だってゼーリエの直感はいつも正しいから。
私はフリーレン様の弟子です。
My girl's gonna be a first mage. I knew she was gonna be a first mage.
フリーレンの入れ知恵だな。私は有望な魔法使いを見逃すほどバカじゃない。合格だ。次。
I knew it. I knew she'd be a first mage. I said this from... I can't remember which episode. I think it was the episode when they were actually going into the capital that she was going to be a first mage. I knew it. I called it because Frieren had that whole conversation with her about her being innately talented, that she overlooks herself and counts herself out. And I just had a feeling that that was indicating that Frieren wasn't going to be a first mage, but Fun was going to be. I didn't expect this episode to hit me. Ooh, so hard in the feels. From Fun and Frieren with the staff and the sentimental connection to Haita, to learning that Frieren met Himmel when he was younger and showed him that spell that became her favorite spell because it brought her and her companions together in the church when they were traveling together. It brought them joy. But Himmel actually knew it years before because she showed it to him when he was a child and when he was in need and when he was scared and lonely and lost. And she gave him directions to return home, but also showed him the beauty and joy of magic. And that's a beauty and joy that he's held onto for the rest of his life. He's always admired Frieren and the spells, no matter how silly they are. I can't with this show. I didn't expect the third test to be this episode, so now I don't know what the next episode's going to be. But most likely, because it's the final episode, it's going to be absolutely devastating and it's going to have me bawling my eyes out even more, which, understandable. That's a fair assessment, I think, at this point in time. But from Duncan encouraging Richter to not be discouraged, to continue on because it's a temporary setback. He's acting out as an insolent youngster, which is probably what Denkin would have done because he recognizes those characteristics, but is able to understand and encourage him in a way that motivates him to do so. Much in the same way that Frieren sets him a challenge, like, if you can't do it, and he's like, who said I couldn't do it? And then that kind of pushes him to fix the staff, and Fun being able to get the staff back and understanding that Frieren doesn't necessarily understand emotions well, but she does what she can to make others happy, and she did what she could to make Fun happy. She may not necessarily understand the emotional sentiment attached to the staff, but she knows enough of how Fun feels to want to fix it and make Fun feel happy and to have joy once more and to have something that she loves and cares about return to her. So she understands it in that regard. Honestly, the show kills me. The music is next level. I need to get this on like a Spotify playlist so I can listen to it to relax me, because like it is the most relaxing soundtrack I have ever heard in my life. But I just was not expecting the resolution of the third test to be this episode. So maybe next episode is them celebrating Fun's accomplishment and her achievement. But maybe the next episode sets them up for going off on their adventure north, and then that's what's going to then leave on a cliffhanger for series 2, because that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yeah, I think we're going to see maybe them celebrate Fun and then begin their journey north, and then we'll have to wait till series 2 to see how that goes. I don't really know, because again, I didn't think this episode would be the test. I thought maybe episode 28, and then they would leave on a cliffhanger, as in like, will she pass, won't she pass? But no. Thankfully, the show's not that mean. Then they were like, okay, we're gonna actually just show you. I have so many tear marks down my face, and I have to film another episode of Frieren, and I also have to film 2 episodes of Attack on Titan, and my makeup is already ruined. At this point in time, I don't even know why I wear makeup to film, because I'm just gonna bawl my eyes out. Though it's unpredictable. There's been some episodes of Frieren I don't cry, and episodes where I do, but Fun recognizing the fluctuations of Seri's mana means that it's not the full extent of her mana. She's able to see that some of it's being restrained. She can see that it's not everything on display, that Seri is probably far more powerful than she's ever letting on. But it also shows just how skilled she is. Like the first mage was able to tell the fluctuations, the minor, very small fluctuations in Frieren's mana. Fun's able to do the same, showing the significant skill that they have, because it's a very difficult skill to master, to see that discrepancy, because not even demons can do that, which is showing the era of humans coming in, which is what they say here, the era of humans has begun, because they are becoming so skilled, so talented, that they are beginning to sense things that not even demons can sense, and that takes thousands of years to master, but they're able to do it in such a short lifespan. He can sense Frieren's fluctuations, Fern can sense Ceri's fluctuations, showing that they are innately talented as mages and that they have great potential to go forward and become exceptional magic wielders. The era of humans has begun officially, and we always knew that Fern was going to be a first mage. I think no one was in doubt about that. How could you be? She's been set up as innately talented from the get-go, but just having that recognition and seeing her loyalty to Frieren as well, where Frieren's like, you don't have to accept anything she gives you because regardless, she's going to pass you. And Frieren was so certain that Fern was not going to be failed because how could you? Ceri is not going to fail someone that she believes has potential, and she believes Fern has potential. She's only going to fail those that she believes aren't up to the task, which is what she's done with all those that she believes only got through because of Frieren. She even failed Frieren. But that's because Frieren doesn't really want to be a first mage anyway. She's kind of been made to do it by Fern. She doesn't really want to be one. And she's not willing to also take full credit for defeating the Demon King. She doesn't care if Ceri mocks her because she is just lucky and grateful to have had the companions that she's had. Because the Demon King saw through her mana. We know that was said, that the only person that wasn't fooled was the Demon King. So Frieren didn't defeat him single-handedly. We know that as well. She defeated him alongside her comrades, her friends. The companionship and the journey was far more important than any accolades that come from defeating the Demon King. It's why she doesn't care about the parades, the celebrations, the statues. It's the journey and the time spent and the people she's come to love and admire and those memories that she's come to hold dear to her across the time. Even though they're dead, she still holds them so dear that she is realizing how much that journey meant to her. And the magic spell that brought her and her companions together is her favorite spell because it made them a unit. It bonded them in a way that was irrevocable, unchangeable. Oh, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to have a drink and I am going to psych myself up to watch the next episode because if this broke me, I'm worried that episode 28 is also going to break me because how could it not? It's the final episode of Frieren, or at least the final episode of series 1 of Frieren. I'm not okay. And I love that the outro always says, and I'm all right. I'm not all right. I'm never all right. I'm always devastated, always absolutely heartbroken. But what a show. What a phenomenal journey that we have been taken on with this series. Blows me out of the water every single time. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next time, bye!